This week's Torah portion is Vayera. God appears to Abraham. And we know that Abraham was tested 10 times before he was selected to be the patriarch of the Jewish nation. And the final test, Abraham tested Abraham. And the word Nisa means to be tested, and at the same time it means to be elevated. That Abraham was elevated through these trials and tribulations and became worthy of becoming the progenitor of the Jewish nation. Having been here in Israel for only one day, I feel like in Israel have gone through not 10 tests, but 100 tests. Every imaginable challenge was thrown at the Jewish people in Israel this past week. We started off by going to Tel HaShomer Hospital, the largest hospital in Israel, and we met wounded Chayalim, 20-year-old boys who lost their legs defending Israel. And to listen to the strength and the courage of these soldiers is absolutely remarkable. As one soldier, Noam, said, "I'm lucky, I'm not a hero. I just gave a leg. Some of my friends gave their lives. I was prepared to give my life," he said, "but I only ultimately gave a leg." Another soldier who was shot and the bullet stopped right next to his spine, and he's going through therapy now. He says, "I can't wait to get better so I can go back to my army base." I met a father with 6 kids who was a 2-star general in the army who rushed to the scene of the attacks and was wounded. And once again, he wants to go back to continue to defend and protect the Jewish people. Sat with a soldier whose younger brother came to visit him, who's going into the army next year. When I said to him, "How do you feel going into the army next year when you see your brother's injury?" He said, "I'm more encouraged to want to go into the army." This is the spirit in Israel, as the slogan is throughout Israel now on billboards and hanging from flags, "Biyachad ninatzeach," together we will prevail, we will be victorious. Then we went to a hotel where the entire Kfar Aza has been relocated to. And tragically, we met young mothers with little children who their husbands were killed, defending the village. We met parents who their children are in captivity in Gaza. We met a woman who was crying, her sister is in captivity. But once again, they said being together gives us comfort, gives us strength, gives us encouragement. The strength and the power of the Jewish people. The love of the Jewish people, the unity is so inspiring and so overwhelming. And then we went and we met with Zaka representatives, the ones who had to collect the bodies of the victims. And they told us in gruesome details how brutal, how sadistic the attacks were. He said, "I've worked 20 years for Zaka, collecting bodies for proper Jewish burial from the worst accidents ever. I've been through the Lebanon war. I've been through many horrific scenes. I've never seen anything like this," and I won't repeat some of the things he told us. But once again, the miracles that they said they saw, because of the courage, 2,000 terrorists came into Israel. He said that they also had to collect the bodies of the terrorists. They have 1,600 bodies that they're holding on to of terrorists. 2,000 terrorists came into Israel because of the bravery and the courage of the Israelis, whether it's the police force or the army or the civilians or the volunteers. It could have been so much worse, but it's the strength of this nation which is absolutely remarkable. And wherever we went, we were greeted with warmth, with love, with appreciation. We said over and over again, we had to come here to tell you thank you. We had to come here to say how much we love you and appreciate what you did to protect not just Israel, but the Jewish people everywhere. And it was so touching when we went to Tel HaShomer Hospital. We were thinking, what can we do? And there's a big lobby, and all the people pushing their loved ones in wheelchairs, injured, being carried in on beds. And there's a big cafe in the middle of the hotel, the middle of the hospital lobby. And people are lining up to buy food all the time, drinks. And we went over to the cashiers, the girls behind the counter. We said, "We're a group from America. Our community wants to help. Here is our credit card. Anyone who comes, we're going to be here for a few hours visiting patients. Just put everything on our credit card. Tell them there's no charge." And they were so surprised. They said, "What? Really? That's so beautiful." And sure enough, that's what we did. And anyone who came to buy food was told that your brothers and sisters in Florida who love you came here and they want to pay for everything you want to buy. This is the love and the unity of Jews around the world. And like Abraham, who was tested and passed all the trials, the people of Israel have been tested and they passed all the trials and tribulations. And like Nisas Avram, as Abraham was elevated to become the father of the Jewish people, this generation that experienced this tragedy is going to become so much greater and so much stronger. As a result of this, we will grow closer to each other and closer to Hashem. The sun is almost setting now in Israel, but as painful as this day has been, it has been a day of tremendous inspiration that I will carry with me forever. Have a wonderful day.